To do a cable external rotation, one of the things you have to try and make sure is setting up the elbow height with where the cable is coming from. The elbow basically wants to stay still so that the rotation is purely coming from this part of the arm here. If you allow the elbow to come outwards as you pull the hand out and across, you're not actually doing a pure rotation of this part of your arm, you're doing a slight bit of abduction as well, so you're bringing the elbow out like this. So you want to try and keep that tucked in so that it's only the rotation of this part of your arm. Another thing, when you get to this externally rotated position here, it is a common fault that you will see people bend to the side and you will see them rotate their torso. And that's because their brain is thinking about getting the cable as far away from where it has started as possible. So if we think about that as the objective, I can get into this position here, then I can push my elbow out, then I can rotate my torso around, and then I can move my torso to the side as well. And my brain is thinking that you're really good at the movement because the cable is going further that way. But the objective is to have this part of the arm rotate, and that is it. So if your end rotation stops here, then that is where you are to stop. Don't try and push it any further by other malfunctions of the body. Also, changing the angle that you are to the cable will increase or decrease the difficulty. So standing this way on will typically make the end part of the movement a little bit more difficult, because if you look at how far, if I was to play this video from a different angle, how far the cable is away from your elbow is a bit of a greater distance when you're standing like this compared to when you are like this. So the cable here is closer to my stomach than it is here. And so therefore, there is a greater rotational force on my elbow joint at this end range of motion. So depending on where you are weak within this movement, if you're weak towards the end range, which is most common, then standing like this is going to make it more difficult. So you probably want to stand in the first way I showed you. But if you are particularly weak at the start, maybe you're coming back from an injury or something like that, and you gain a bit more strength as you get through the movement, which can happen, then standing like this may be more beneficial for you.